The Bluebird is back, but it's not quite the same. Twitter, now known as X, has returned to Brazil after a brief hiatus. This comeback has sparked intense debate, raising questions about social media regulation, freedom of speech, and the role of technology in society. The platform's return has been met with mixed reactions. Some users are thrilled to reconnect with the global conversation, while others remain wary of potential censorship and misinformation. One thing is certain: X's return to Brazil marks a pivotal moment in the country's digital landscape. The decisions made by Brazilian authorities will have far-reaching consequences, shaping the future of social media not just in Brazil, but potentially across the globe. In a move that shocked the world, Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, acquired Twitter in late 2022. This acquisition led to significant changes, including mass layoffs, policy revisions, and the controversial rebranding to X. These changes were met with resistance in Brazil, culminating in a temporary suspension of the platform. Brazilian authorities, particularly the National Telecommunications Agency, Anatel, and the Supreme Federal Court, STF, expressed concerns about the platform's ability to combat misinformation and hate speech. This led to a period of negotiation and legal battles, with X eventually agreeing to comply with Brazilian regulations. The platform's return signals a fragile truce, but the underlying tensions remain, leaving many to wonder if this is a true comeback or just a temporary reprieve. Anatel, Brazil's telecommunications regulator, played a key role in X's return. The agency demanded that the platform implement stricter measures to combat fake news and online abuse. Anatel's concerns were not unfounded. Brazil has grappled with the spread of misinformation, particularly during election cycles. The agency argued that social media platforms have a responsibility to protect users from harmful content. X initially resisted these demands, citing concerns about censorship and freedom of expression. However, the platform eventually agreed to comply with Anatel's requirements, paving the way for its return to the Brazilian market. This victory for Anatel highlights the growing global trend of holding social media companies accountable for the content shared on their platforms. Section 4. The STF weighs in: free speech versus platform responsibility. The Supreme Federal Court, Brazil's highest court, also played a significant role in X's return. The STF has been grappling with the complex issue of balancing freedom of speech with the need to protect citizens from online harms. The court has issued several rulings in recent years, holding social media platforms liable for the spread of illegal content. In the case of X, the STF upheld Anatel's right to regulate the platform and enforce measures to combat misinformation. This decision set a precedent for future cases, reinforcing the principle that social media companies cannot operate with impunity in Brazil. The STF's involvement underscores the legal complexities surrounding social media regulation. It also highlights the delicate balance that governments must strike between protecting fundamental rights and mitigating online harms. Section 5. Brazilians react doubts, controversies, and the Moraes factor. X's return to Brazil has been met with a mixture of relief, skepticism, and outright opposition. Many users are happy to have access to the platform restored, while others remain concerned about censorship and the potential for abuse. One of the most controversial figures in this saga is Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes. Moraes has taken a hard line against misinformation and hate speech, issuing arrest warrants and ordering social media accounts to be suspended. His actions have been praised by some for defending democracy and the rule of law, while others have criticized him for overreach and censorship. The Moraes factor highlights the deep divisions in Brazilian society over the role of the judiciary, freedom of expression, and the limits of social media. Section 6. The future of X in Brazil. Your voice matters. X's future in Brazil remains uncertain. The platform will need to navigate a complex regulatory landscape and regain the trust of users who remain skeptical. The decisions made by X, Anatel, and the STF will have lasting consequences, shaping the future of social media in Brazil and beyond. This is an evolving situation with high stakes for freedom of expression, access to information, and the very fabric of Brazilian democracy. Stay informed, engage in constructive dialogue, and make your voice heard. The future of social media in Brazil depends on it.